Hey guys, how are you all doing? Today I am finally doing the video about boys and love and relationship. I have been meaning to do this for a really long time. I'm really sorry I haven't done it yet. I was literally overwhelmed with the amount of questions that I got. I literally got like 700 questions, so many questions, from my email to my inbox to my Facebook, literally everywhere. And so I was a bit like, how am I gonna even answer this? I had no idea. So what I've done is I've kind of grouped and categorized the questions, and I really want to address them in like a really helpful and kind of fun way, you know, because some of us are serious about finding the one or the man or, you know, love relationship goals, and it's not every day that you have goals. So I'm gonna try and be helpful with this video. So it's gonna maybe be long, so get comfortable, get a cup of tea or a coffee or a latte, whatever you want, okay? Because it's about to get real. So one of the many questions I got was about feeling underappreciated in a relationship. So your man, he isn't, you know, buying you gifts or taking you out or making you feel like a woman. You know, when you just want your man to make you feel like the lady in his life. And maybe he's got a little bit comfortable with you. Maybe he's not as romantic as he used to be. Or maybe he's just a downright brute man who just isn't being the guy you want him to be. And you're kind of unhappy with it. So my first piece of advice when it comes to feeling underappreciated is communicate. And communication is essential in any relationship. And when I say communicate, you have to set time aside, like a meeting. Let it be, you know, go for a smoothie or something together somewhere and have a talk. And I always say, don't talk from a place of emotion. I find with guys, if you're like extremely emotional, it like goes over their heads. But if you're quite logical, you thought out, they can't say, oh, you're just being a girl, you're just being emotional or hormonal or whatever like that. But if you take your time to kind of build up, and not an argument or defense case, but you know, the points, you know, write them down. I really feel like I am slightly underappreciated. I would really like if you could do this for me more. And when you communicate, it's always important to do it in a super loving way, because men are a bit like, you know, they get offended very easily. So you have to do it in a way that isn't like critical of them, but maybe it's highlighting the situation that you're in and that you want it to be improved. You need to drop some hints. Don't just expect that a guy knows how to do that. Like, I don't think guys are the smartest. Like, it's sad to say, they just don't get certain things, and they definitely don't get women. You need to drop some hints, and if hints ain't working, you need to make it absolutely clear. Be it that you say that on Tuesday night, I want you to do something special for me, okay? At least you've given him something specific, something definite, and a timeline for him to work towards. I know some women are like, oh, but I want him to want to do something for me. Look, don't worry if he wants to or doesn't want to. He will do it because he loves you. Sometimes guys just don't think about being the extreme romantic. So don't worry about that. If you need to write a date in his diary, special time of the bay or something, then you need to write that into his diary. And on Tuesday morning, just give it a little tap, you know. Say you're feeling underappreciated. Sometimes you need to show appreciation. You know, what have you done for him lately? Some relationships are give and take, and I know sometimes some women get really worn out and really tired of trying, but you have to keep going. And I think the more you give a guy love, if he really loves you, he'll really try to learn and mold himself and be a better man for a good woman like yourself, or a good partner like yourself. Finally, this is the last result, right? But you need to withhold the goodies, okay? Let somebody know what they're missing. Now, I don't know what goodies you are giving out, but you know what I mean by goodies. Sometimes you just need to be like, well, no, I'm not going to do that for you. Well, no, I'm not going to go there with you. Well, no, I'm not going to, you know, massage your feet tonight or something. I don't know. Sometimes you're going to withhold the goodies so they really get to miss you and know really that they have a good partner with them. So the next one is, what do I do when I like a guy who's no good for me? Girl, we have all been there before. The bad boy, he's hot, he's attractive, he's got that little bit of an edge with him. Leave the bad boy alone. And I'm not saying that bad boys can't become good boys. I know lots of bad boys who've become good boys, but realistically, you really don't want to mess with a bad boy. But I know what it's like. I've I've been the girl who's liked a bad boy, and I've had my friends telling me, oh no, you can't like him, you can't like him, and it literally goes over my head until I'm like, oh my gosh, I've realized, you know, that he was so bad and all this kind of stuff for me. And I remember that my friends got so tired of me after being like, well, why are you with this guy when he treats you this way? Why are you with this guy when he does this? And I remember being, I don't know, I was just, you know, sometimes you're infatuated with someone, but you need to realize that dating a bad boy can have a negative effect on your life. For me, I was dating a guy who's quite a difficult guy, you know, in my school days, and it really impacted on my grades, like really did make an impact on my grades. And I look back and I think, damn it, man, I really need to have kept focus. So, you know, for me to you, that if you are dating a bad boy and it's an important time in your life, you need to really make sure that it's not going to impact your future. If you are going to date a bad boy, or you want to, you know, advise someone who's dating a bad boy, understand that it is what it is. Don't delude yourself and think that you can change a guy. You can't change a guy. You can't change men. They choose to change themselves. You can kind of steer them in a right direction, but bad boys are usually stubborn. So if you decide to be in that relationship or that situation, accept it for what it is, okay? And either roll with it or roll out of it. And I like the thought of hindsight. Trust me, think of that bad boy in 5 years or in 10 years, and you're gonna have that look back situation and be like, gosh, what was I doing with him? Try and think about that at this point in time. It's so funny when I like kind of look back on maybe like guys who weren't that nice to me, because I was not treated very nicely by like a couple of particular guys, and I'm just like, not her, but I'm in such a happy place now, so positive, and I'm sure that lots of these people would literally die to be with me now, which sounds really arrogant, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, after they've messed around for a long time, they're like, I really wish I had a good girl, but they can't. So think of hindsight of the time where that person will eventually wish they could have you. You'll probably be in a lot better place in your life. The next question is about being forever alone, never being on a date, never having a kiss, never having a boyfriend, never being asked out. Honey, don't worry about that. And I'm seeing girls write me this who are actually quite young, like you're like 16 or like 13 or something like that. Who are you kissing? Where are you kissing? You need to kiss the back of your hand about kissing. I never had like a proper boyfriend till I was probably around 19. Obviously I had maybe kissed guys before then, but nothing like extra serious. Honestly, it's never too late. I know girls who are still single at 21, 22 and very focused on their career or themselves and developing themselves from the inside out. You really do not have to worry about being awkward or left out. A lot of people are talking the talk but are not walking the walk, and slow and steady wins the race. You don't want to be at 16 or at 13, this has been your boyfriend, this has been your boyfriend, this has been your girlfriend. You literally have got a list as long as, I don't know, this long of all the guys that you have dated. Like, you don't even want that, so take it slow. You don't need to have 14 different boyfriends to realize what makes a good partner for you. Trust me. And I think a lot of people end up dating so much that they don't even know how to, like, you know, make a choice to be with someone and stay with someone because they're already moving on to the next. And I really think that's one of the things that we've got modern day society kind of stressing. It's like, I need to date, I need to try this boy, I need to try like 18 different boys. Why? Like, that's a lot of penis. Like, it's unnecessary. Now, if you are worried about, you know, having a lack of skill, whatever, I wouldn't worry about it. We are human. Our biology works in a way that there is, like, I don't know, natural muscle memory or something. Things will do what they're meant to do when they're meant to do it, when you are in the right situation. But if you're worried about kissing and all that kind of stuff, YouTube has some great tutorials. But definitely, if you are forever alone, don't worry, you will not be forever alone. And one thing is, like, if you feel like you're ugly or you're unattractive and you don't attract guys, trust me, the glow up will happen. If you guys know about glow up is really real. I feel like I'm a testament of glow up. If you guys watch my video on being the ugly friend, then you'll know where I came from, you know. And I did a video about it, and you know what, guys didn't fancy me, but meh, oh well, get on with it and focus on yourself. Next question is, how do I speak to my crush? So for those of you guys who feel really shy and are very awkward when it comes to speaking to guys, I completely understand it. Being a dweeb or being a nerd or whatever, or awkward, was totally my number one thing, and I went to a girls' school as well, you know, I didn't know how to talk with guys in that kind of like I like you kind of way. It just wasn't something that I was able to do. Like, guys would have me as their friends. I'm definitely friends. I was friend zone Patricia, like friend zone for life. And I didn't really know how to like speak to guys like that. Sometimes you need to just go in for the kill and make that first approach. Now, I'm not saying go up to him face to face like, hi, I really like you. Like, no, don't be that kind of crazy person. But like, you know, Snapchat him, send a little sneaky snap like, oh my god, with some emoji on it. Like, those are little ways that you can start having a little bit of flirting. Flirting's a great way to like let your crush know that you're kind of into him. Snapchat is a great way to do that, I'll be honest with you. Little texts here, little tweets here, little subliminals, see if he catches onto it. You know how to do it. Eye contact in real life is obviously a really great way for a guy to know that you're into him. Kind of give him that stare and then that look away. Like, stare and look away, and always smile as well. If you've got constant bitch face, then it's gonna really be hard for a guy to feel like he can approach you. And I know some of us can't help our bitch face, but you know what, sometimes you've got to. Finally, you guys know I say this, you got to feel the fear and do it anyway. No matter how scared you feel, you sometimes got to just push yourself and put yourself into that situation. And it might be the awkward, hi, I really like you kind of thing. And you never know, the worst thing that can happen is that he's going to say, I'm not really into you. But guys shouldn't be that mean where they're like, you're ugly, whatever the other. But, you know, just he might say, oh, that's so sweet, I ever be totally into you. But you will never know unless you try. So my final question is on, can girls and guys be friends? This is a really good one, and my answer is yes, 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 because a lot of my closest friends are actually guys and men that have been in my life for quite a long time. However, my closest male friends, like, when I think of them, I see them kind of like brothers. Any other thought other than being my friend would feel a bit like incest. So it's a very awkward situation, and I'm not attracted to any of my friends. So if there's a slight attraction, or you've had a past relationship, or he kind of likes you, it just doesn't work. So my male friends are usually or I think most of them are in long-term relationships, and I don't call my guy friends like every night, like I'm on the phone to like my guy friend. I think that's a little bit weird, just in my opinion, to really need to rely on a guy so much. Your partner might not feel comfortable with you, you know, being so close or so needy to another man when your partner's got you. So you have to respect your partner in that way, and only you will deep down truly know if that friend is just a friend, or if that's a friend that you fancy, or there could be feelings, or something could happen in that relationship. So guys, that is some of the questions that I've answered from the Q&A that I put out on my Twitter. I will try to address some of the other questions that are a bit more specific in another video, because I realize this video could end up being really, really long, because I like to give quite extensive answers. But I hope you guys enjoyed that and it wasn't too long and is useful. If there's any other topics you want me to talk about, I'm going to be doing these topical videos much more. I'm so excited and so motivated. You can clearly see, look how much I'm moving. I'm like this. Hey! So thank you so much for watching, and if you're not following me on my Instagram, it's the Patricia Bright X, and my Snapchat is my Instagram is the Patricia Bright, and my Snapchat is Patricia Bright X, for those of you who keep asking about it. So I'm gonna just try and let you guys know. Okay, make sure you follow me on there, and I will catch you all later. Love you all. Bye.